and in building a reserve account. But I'm thinking, hey, we talked to the taxpayers about, we're gonna try to keep things down to essentials, and this to me is, it's just not timely. If we did it in the context of the whole budget, that would have given the folks an opportunity to present objections or whatever. So that's my primary reason for being opposed. And furthermore, I don't think we need to collect $2 a month to service the streetlights at $44,000. If we just collected that, we could get by on $1.50 a month with 2,500 meters, or approximately.
Mr. Day?
Yes. What about the apartment complexes that don't have individual meters for each apartment?
It's per meter. So if there's one meter and the landlord takes care of all of it, he pays one charge. Many of them have separate meters.
I know,
There may be a few, I don't know which one.
beside Village said no.
The resolution,
So,
okay, Neil?
okay, basically, to find out how the council feels about this, I'm gonna make a motion to accept the $2 and see what the council wants to
Okay,
do. We can hash this jump back and forth.
No,
I wanna save $44,000
well, you're
in the
not safe.
budget,
You're not safe.
but we're not spending it on something that's coming out of the highway funds, which I didn't know. Highway funds can be used to chip our streets when we need to do it.
Motion has been made by Lockett to approve the resolution 2015 relative to the franchise fee of $2. Is there a second? Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Wentz. Roll call vote. Bruce, discussion, more discussion?
I mean, I was just gonna add too, I mean, I'm in favor of the franchise fees. I just think it's the wrong time. I mean, the 21% increase in their taxes and the extra $10 on your water bill or you know, our monthly city bill. I just think this year it's the wrong time. So, I mean, I'm in favor of it, but it's the wrong time right now, but I really believe.
Any other discussion? Roll call vote. Bruce,
No.
Lockett,
Yes.
Kraft,
No.
Hopper,
No.
Bird,
No.
Longy,
No.
Wentz. No franchise fee at this point.
That was simple.
Keep it on
We
file.
could have been here for another half hour. Yeah.
Okay, next item is the tax abatement. Kelsey, I guess we'll call on you on the courtyard apartments.
Okay, they are applying under Century Code 57020843, which is for affordable housing. I do have the statute here, if anyone else can speak at it. They would be required to pay a payment in lieu of ad valorem taxes of 5% of their net rent minus utility, 5% of the rents minus utilities. I do have a letter from the Housing Finance Agency certifying that they are qualified or certified to do this. And then they did provide me with their rents and utilities. So you have the abatements for the last 2 years, 13 and 14 in front of you for the 2 parcels of the housing.
How much are the abatements? What are we looking at in dollars here, Kelsey?
Their refund to them for 2014 would be $430.07. For 2013, it would be $454.60. Plus then the state also gets reimbursed their 12% if they paid. I do not have that. Tell me what that is. With this, they applied last year for 2015. They are already exempt for 2015. I have the documentation certifying that. The abatements though, are going back to 2 years. They did try to file this at the same time that they filed their 2015 application for exemption, but they didn't file the paperwork correctly, so they had to go through the abatements at this time once I received that correct paperwork.
It's approximately $1,000.
Yes, approximately.
Is this reimbursed from the state?
No.
No, this just comes right out of our coffers,
Out of our-
school coffers?
They make a payment in lieu of tax instead of their tax payment. This is the amount over that amount would have been if they would have applied in 2013 like they were certified to do so.
Why would we give them 2 years back when we give them one already?
To the state law that they can go back 2 years.
Is the school gonna approve this? Is the county gonna approve this?
This has to go to the local board of equalization first and then to the county. But it is state law, it is state, it's in the century code. And once we have the letter certifying that they do qualify, and we have proof of their rents and their utilities, that it does qualify.
So what's your recommendation?
I'd approve it, so I don't know what grounds you have not to.
So move.
Move to approve by Lapid, is there a second? Second by Hopper. Renault,
Yes.
Lapid,
Yes.
Kraft,
Yes.
Hopper. Yes. Bird.
Yes.
Longy.
Yes.
Went. Yes. So done. Approved. Okay, city attorney, consider approval of raffles and special events, Rugby Fire Department auxiliary.
Rugby Fire Department Auxiliary submitted a permit request for a raffle. It's all in order except for the common area. There's a box that gets missed as far as the amount I filled it in, $300. We're giving away quilts and shams, supporting the volunteer fire department. Looks like everything is in order. A motion to approve would be in order.
The dates of that could be,
Are they not right?
2013.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Expired.
I suspect it would be 2015.
I'm assuming so.
That could be clarified, but a good catch, Mr. Kraft. I motion to approve, subject to the clarification of the date would be in order, because otherwise they're 2 years behind the 8 ball.
Motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Moved by Kraft to approve the raffle for the Rugby Fire Department auxiliary. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Bird. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Approved. Okay, committee report. Public safety. Afton Bruce, are you gonna pinch hit for Dave?
I guess so. As you have in your packets, there you have a kind of synopsis of what we discussed at our meeting on, our last meeting. Anyway, Police Chief Rose reviewed the police report and noted an average, an increase in crime activity. When we talked about some of the investigations, he noted there was a rash of break-ins and stolen vehicles in the area. And he also mentioned too that a dealership in Willett had several paper temporary tags as well as dealer tags stolen. And perpetrators were using these on stolen vehicles and trailers. And he stated that a recent investigation that resulted in the recovery of a number of stolen guns and other property. Did you have anything else you wanted to add to that, John? Or?
Not this time, no.
Okay. And then that basically was it. As you can see in the report, there were several other things discussed, but those have been taken care of.
Okay, anything else, Bruce?
No.
Okay, thank you. Finance?
Mr. Chair,
We've overloaded on finance.
we've had heard from finance for plenty of last month.
Thank you again for the hard work, Finance Committee, for the hours put in the last 3 months. That's been a big job. Ordinance and rec,
We had no meeting last month. We had a couple ordinances to have to look at. This month, one is construction, one on some heights and different things. We'll have to, some stuff figured on that.
Take a look at the liquor license one. Yeah. Talk to Liz.
I can explain it to you.
Yeah, I think what we need to do in the ordinance is get the book and start it where Zach left off and keep going. And, updates that need to be done.
Pre-1957.
Before I was born is null and void.
Unfortunately, they're in effect, we gotta get them correct. And I guess for recreation, take a look at the facilities down there. I need some work before.
Actually, I didn't bring with me, I did get a bid on Dreamtime for going up to Old Evans. Would be a perfect place for the franchise fee.
Well, before Green Town puts in, we need some work down there, so take a look. Public Works,
Okay, Public Works met on the 23rd. It's in your packet there, just a couple of things. The main lift station, the parts that hasn't been, we're still waiting on the pumps. Finish that should be soon here. We had a couple valves at with electronic actuators up at the water plant, one failed on us. We had to replace that one. We were advised that those valves were gonna give us trouble, and one did. At the price of $6,200, which we had to do. Well 3 is done. We had a new pump put in there and a new casing out there, so that is done. We did talk about, we're gonna install a magnetic flow meter on the line that feeds all season water users this fall yet. Also talked about the installing a curb and gutter between the fire hall and the daycare. That was discussed at the Public Works meeting. As you know, last spring there, we flooded out daycare, so I think the guys went out there and bladed a little bit. You know, we talked about maybe a curb needle along that side to keep move the water to the frontage road in the front, so that was talked about, installing the curb and gutter. That's about it.
okay. Personnel, we have a meeting relative to taking a different look at the compensation procedures that the police department is using. There may be some other possibilities. John was sharing with us, he gets hung up on a 40-hour-a-week limitation and probably going to a different procedure, either 160 hours a month or 171 hours a month, in which he'd be able to be a little more flexible with his time. I know he's been visiting with Liz about how that might work, and as of right now, that isn't ready to present yet, right now.
Not right now.
So that's an effort to help cut down on the overtime, so he can be more flexible and not be held to that 40-hour-a-week requirement. So that's in process. Building and property construction. Neil?
Wednesday, October 21st, 2 p.m. Is anybody available for a meeting?
At this moment in time, I
You are. Jim?
Should work, should work.
We have not had a meeting for 2 months. And it's been pretty busy. So, all I can say is that things are going along fairly decent.
Give me the date on it again.
Wednesday, October 21st.
The set date. Thought you were gonna catch it.
No, but if we can't get there, you guys, we gotta meet some other time because we're ready for some, we gotta have a meeting. Okay?
Okay.
If something changes,
Mr. Chairman, we could do it earlier on the 21st.
do you have anything that needs to be definitely done?
If you had something that needed to be done.
Not anymore, we don't, we'll take care of it. We are going to have a scheduled meeting.
I was gonna offer a week earlier.
If something comes up, we will, otherwise, let's plan on scheduling that.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry for nothing to report.
That doesn't mean things aren't getting done.
That's right.
They're still getting done. Okay, old business, any old business? None?
Oh, Mr. Mayor, I don't know if it's old or it goes to Public Works, but the drainage appears to work pretty well up on the north side of town
Second?
by the Jackie Albright property.
Yes, it does. That night of the big rain, I was there at 20 minutes to 6, watching it. It works.
I was there at 6:15 and the water was.
You were not allowed there at all.
I had my lights on.
Oh, you're right.
In the dark.
But that was a good fix. It does work, yes.
So thank you to the Public Works crew and the survey crew.
That was better than the engineering figures. Okay, new business. Probably in the,
Table.
oh, yeah, we had an amendment. Table, Mr. Hartle.
I'm just wondering, 4 or 5 months ago, it was discussed building a new council table, and I think between no time to do it and $3,000+, we're still sitting at the same one we've tried to cram. Tonight is 10 people, Councilman Bernards is missing, otherwise we'd have 11 people crammed around the table that used to be on this side, 8. Could we turn the table back around until such time as we have the funds or resources or time to build a new table or to do something different so that at least 3 of us don't have to sit with posts between our legs and we can pull up between the chair or between the table? Can we turn it back around the way it was initially? It's not very comfortable, no.
Actually, wasn't there money budgeted last year for a table? So I know you were at the Ottail building, and what's wrong with getting 3 or 4 tables like that to put up there? There's plenty of room on ours. Then for less than
Capital
$3,000.
extending just too late we thought.
I talked with Jerry Block, he's been busy to get up here, hasn't made it up here, so it's between. And a lot of times somebody's missing anyway, whether it's Steve Bernard or somebody else, so.
I was just gonna comment, we have 4 tables in boxes out at the fire hall that we're not using right now. We could bring them
Those
up,
tables-
then we'd have to move this out.
Yeah, but those tables at Ottail were fine, not for what we're doing today. We had money
You
budgeted
have
last
this
year.
big space.
What's
Do something, please.
What's the legal advice
And
on
one
this one?
person sits there.
Or we could move the people around. the
Turn it
entrance.
around.
But then you can't see.
Well,
anything.
That's the way it was, that's what I'm suggesting, turn the table back around what it was.
The whole purpose was to turn the table so the council would be facing the
But you
attendant.
still would be.
And it does cram it up pretty
Yeah.
tight. So we turned it around, it's the way it was for 45 years, so. I think we had a committee that was working that way, didn't we, Joe?
Oh, it wasn't no committee.
Oh, what, man?
No, but, I mean, everybody decided it was better this way, or a lot of people decided.
Why don't we do this? Anybody objecting to turn it around for a few months and let's go back to the way it was?
I don't remember how it was.
I think the city guys know how. Any opposition to turning it back to the way it was? Pretty simple.
We need 2 spots.
What's it?
I've got 2 printer tables at the office, we can come and sit on both sides of this. The end guys.
We budgeted money last year, whatever, $3,000 in tables, can't be that much to set up here.
Well, it's an easy fix, we gotta just do something, that's what we gotta do.
Actually, it was like 1,500 for tables, but we spent less on the chairs, so we used that money to do a little
I
more
agree we need to do
tables.
something, but it's been discussed for a long time. I don't think it's right to go back to that citizen thing after.
I agree with Mr. Kraft. I think if we put 2 6-foot tables along this end.
I've got it at the office already.
Okay, problem solved.
Yep.
You and I still get a play.
You're going to move them over because I'm not gonna keep the light anymore.
All right, problem solved. Table taken
You
care
could
of.
move that leg if you wanted.
Any other new business? Any other new business? We have one item here that I'm sure most of you will be attending. A letter from the county, from Karen. She's here tonight inviting all of us to a meeting October 6th at 10 o'clock. Pierce County Board of County Commissioners will be in session in their office in the courthouse in the city of Rugby at which time and place they will again consider in detail the budget requests and proposals of levies to be made for the year beginning January 1 and ending December 31 of 16. So 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'll go to the comment. Karen, are you speaking? No. No?
Point of order, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
If we have a quorum of any committee or council, we need to post attendance.
And that would have to be posted, we have a, if more than 4 of you are there.
More
Post it
than-
just in
or
case.
2, more than 2. Committee,
Well, if you're on the same committee.
Did you want to post it?
Post
Yeah, I
to be
can
safe.
post it. Do that.
You show up fine if
That's
you
where I
don't.
was going, thanks.
And a thank you card from Lila Evenson. Reads as follows: thank you for accepting my application for partial payment for repairing the damaged sidewalk. Steve Banner completed the work September 4th. My sincere appreciation, Lila Evenson. So that's nice to hear. You have the notice for the meetings coming up.
Question, did we budget for street or for sidewalks again with this coming year?
Another 25. We have a pending application, do we not, that we could not fulfill this year?
You could do partial, but, Dave and I.
Yeah, I think Dave's had some, so there's some applications out there.
Want to get on board with that.
I'm sorry,
I want to get on board with that.
you get hold of Dave Menard when he gets back from Orlando?
No, want to get on board with the sidewalk replacement.
Yeah.
That's what-
Dave Menard is the chairman of that project.
Okay, I've got the
Or
form
stop at City
and
Hall
all.
in Girls now.
I got the form and all.
Okay.
Do I need, detailed drawings of what I'm gonna do?
I would suggest you visit with Dave, he's in charge of that.
Okay,
You get a price from a contractor, would be the first thing, call a contractor, get the price, and then do it, would probably be the best way to
because I'm
do it.
gonna do like a sidewalk extension to my second property.
Sidewalk replacement,
If there's sidewalk there.
I know there's not, I'm gonna put a new sidewalk in and replace the ones there. Plus my driveway and,
driveway doesn't qualify.
I know,
Okay.
just the sidewalk replacement.
The sidewalk would be partial participation in the sidewalk.
Right.
replacement. So, visit the City Hall, talk to Dave Menard when he gets back, get on it.
All right,
Okay? Motion for adjournment.
So,
Move, second,
yeah.
Wonji. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
For this, no.
gotta gamble.